Welcome to Maximize Your True Potential, Strategies for Success, hosted by Ken Kingstead. Part 12, How to Handle the Already Bought Customer. This series will give you the edge to recognize and then achieve your goals through its philosophy of constant, never-ending improvement. Strategies that will become a fluid part of who you are. Maximize Your True Potential, Strategies for Success. Your first step to success, beyond your imagination.
Welcome back. Hey, listen, this is one call that most of us don't like at all. It's the one that people, when you call them, you ask them if they've made a decision yet and where they're at in the process, and they come back and tell you, hey, we bought a car already. Have you ever heard that before? What does that do to you internally? I mean, does it really make you feel great and excited about, making your calls? No, I tell you what, it's like, oh, really? Listen to this. Bam, they hang the phone up on the customer. I don't recommend you do that, okay? It's a better way. What about prospecting that customer, even though they bought a vehicle from someone else? Shoot, do you think they know somebody that may be in the market to buy a car in the next 6 months? Hey, listen to this. We know that statistically, 90% of your customers that buy cars never hear from their salesman again. 90%. I mean, that just blows me away. Why is that high? And we also know that 62% of our customers have an immediate member of the family that's going to buy a car in the next 6 months. So why not extend a hand to this customer and at least try to help them the best way you can? So how would you make a call like that? Well, hang on. Here we go. Listen to this call and follow along in the book. This is a great call. I love this call. And I'll tell you what, probably 2% of all the salespeople in America make this call. So be better than the majority. Be a minority in this case. Make sense? Listen, you call a customer up just like any other time. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hi, is John there, please? This is John. Hey, John, am I getting in a pretty good time? I guess so. Who's calling, please? Hey, this is Ken Kingstead, just giving you a call back from over at, ABC Motors. And I was thinking about you this morning, and I know that you're out just trying to educate yourself a little bit and trying to do your homework. And I think it's smart that you're doing that because, my gosh, this is a big decision that you're going through. Does this sound a little familiar, by the way? Yeah, it's the same call opening we do in every follow-up phone call. You say, I was just concerned about you. Sometimes my customers go home and, a question or two will pop up in their minds. I just wanted to know if that was the case with you. Did you have any questions about our vehicle since you went home last night? I'll stop. Now, he's going to come back right now and tell you, no, we bought a car already, right? And this is where we got to change up a little bit, okay? Hey, congratulations. I'm glad you found a vehicle that you really liked. That's what looking for a car is all about, isn't it? Trying to find the right vehicle at the right price. Heck, I hope it was nothing against me or my dealership. Stop. What's happening right here? It's different. Is he expecting this? Heck, no, he's not expecting this. He feels bad. He feels bad probably. Why? Because we paced and led our brains out with this customer. We matched and mirrored our brains out with this customer. We did our best to find the right car. We did everything we know physically and mentally and psychologically to influence this person to buy our car. And he likes you. I hope that's the case. And you know what? But sometimes it's just the vehicle. Maybe they just went and bought a vehicle down the road with a color, or who knows why, Let them off the hook. Hey, that's okay. I'm glad you found a vehicle that you love. I mean, my gosh, it's a big decision. Find the right vehicle at the right price is what it's all about. Hope it wasn't against my dealership or anything about me personally. Oh, no, not at all. Man, you were wonderful with us. We felt bad about not buying from you, but, hey, my wife was really sold out on getting that on the pewter color, and you didn't have pewter, and we had to make a decision today. So we went down the road and we bought from your competition. Hey, that's okay, no problem. Hey, as long as you have the phone at least, I'd love to still help you any way I can. Would it be okay if I sent you out some discount oil changes or service coupons so at least we can take care of your automobile? Now hold on, time out here. Who else is doing that in town? I mean, we're sending out coupons. I'm suggesting that we do at least. That we send out coupons to the guy who bought a vehicle from the competition. Well, guess what? Again, 90% aren't getting calls from when they buy the car. So why not try to get that service work for our service department? Where the person gets their car serviced is where they buy their next car. Think down the road. Think past the end of your nose. Does that make sense? Think down the road. A month, 6 months, a year. Hopefully you're still here. You get some roots here, and you're going to grow your business long term. Hey, would you be open at least to receiving some oil change coupons and some discount certificates from our service department? What is he going to say to that? No? Heck yeah, you do that? Yeah, I'd love to help you any way I can. Now, let me make sure your address is right. You're at ABC, Anytown, USA, 12345. Did I miss it? Is that your right address? That's my address. Well, I'll go ahead and send you out some service coupons just to make sure that, we can take care of you. And do me a favor, when you get down here, let me know you're here, at least so I can get you a cup of coffee and a donut, and at least come out and see your new vehicle. Wow. Again, am I a salesperson in his mind, or am I his consultant? Am I his friend? Let's get past this. It's not slam them and jam them. It's serve them. And they're going to come back to you. Oh, man, heck yeah. I'd love to, come in and see you again. I enjoyed working with you, Ken, but it just was the wrong color. Hey, no problem at all. Hey, by the way, unless you're having the phone, would you mind if I updated my household records in terms of maybe other people in the family that could use some oil change coupons or some discount certificates when it comes to taking care of their vehicle? Would you be open to that? What's he going to say to that? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Now, other than your new vehicle, what other vehicles and drivers do you have in the household? Oh, I've got a Chevy Cavalier. Really, what year is it? Oh, it's a 1998. Do you want me asking you how many miles do you have on it? Oh, I've got 75,000 miles on it. Okay, good. What other vehicles do you have in the household? Oh, we got an old Honda Accord too. Really, when you say old, what do you mean? Well, it's 1988. Oh, I guess it is a few years old, isn't it? It's been a good car, he says. But how many miles do you have on it? Oh, shoot, I think we got about 180,000 miles on it. Wow. Who's the driver of that vehicle? Oh, your son is. Okay, wonderful. Any other vehicles in the household that could use some help and some oil change coupons, discount certificates, or anything at all? Nope, that's it, he says. Okay, well, great. Well, I'll make a note of that, and I'll get these sent out to you at the same time I send out yours. Fair enough? Just out of curiosity, though, of those other vehicles and drivers, which one do you think is most likely to be replaced next? Here I'm going now. I'm beginning to prospect, aren't I? Well, probably my son's. Really, why do you say that? Well, he's driving this older Honda. It's got 175,000 miles on it. Geez, it's getting to the point where it's almost needing to be replaced. Yeah, I don't blame you. Come back with, and pace it. I don't blame you. It's been a good car, though, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been a good car. It was my old car. I passed it down to my son, and so, yeah, it'd probably be my son. Do you think he might go new or used? Again, I'm developing, I'm maintaining the relationship. See? I'm giving him something first. I gave him what? Coupons, discount certificates, something that was giving him what? Leverage to give me something back. It's called the law of reciprocation. If I do something for you first, you'll feel more obligated to do something for me in return. In other words, if I took you out to dinner today, and I bought you a dinner, chances are that you'd want to maybe buy me dinner sometime as well. So we've given these coupons, now I'm harvesting what I gave. Do you think he might go new or used? He'd probably go pre-owned. Oh, really? Do you think he might be out days, weeks, a month, or maybe even a year away from completing a decision? Oh, I'd say it's probably a few months out. Wow, would you feel comfortable recommending me to him? Heck, even if it means just educating him. I mean, you know how confusing it is to buy a car these days. Shoot, I'd love just to be able to help him out a little bit and at least point him in the right direction. Would you be open to something like that? Well, heck yeah. Like I told you, Ken, you were really nice. You did a good job for us. It wasn't against you at all. We didn't buy the car from you. We just had the wrong color. So, heck yeah. What's your son's name? Oh, it's John. Great. Hey, what's the best way to get a hold of John during the day? Does that sound a little familiar? Way back to getting the right questions, to get the right information in terms of follow-up? Okay, he gives you the number. It's 555-1212. And if I miss him there, what's the next best number for me to reach him at? Well, I can call him at work, I guess. Call him at, blah, blah, blah number. Well, great. I'll make a note of that here, and I'll get these coupons sent out to you right away, today, actually. And listen, that's not why I called anyway. I just called to kind of extend a hand to you to find out if you had any additional questions about our vehicle. And obviously, you bought our vehicle for you. So that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you found the right vehicle, the right choice. Can I ask you for a favor? Now, time out. I just prospected his family, didn't I? I got the information on vehicles and models and who's next and their name and their phone numbers. I'm asking him for a favor now. I just gave him all this stuff. I've earned the right to ask for a favor here. Can I ask you for a favor? And again, this is a long call guide. I know that. That's why only about 2% of the people out there actually make this call. But trust me, this call works. It works fantastically. So asking for a favor. Hey, can I ask you for a favor? Well, sure. What's that all about? Well, I don't know if you know this or not, but most of my business here at the dealership comes from, great customers and friends that they know. Okay? And I really enjoyed working with you, and I have no offense that you bought a vehicle from someone else. Heck, I still loved working with you. Who do you know? Maybe a friend or relative, maybe even a neighbor or a coworker that just one of these days just might be in the market for a new or used automobile. You know what? They'll come back like at 98% and say, oh, I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody. That's okay. That's a tough question, and that's the answer I get most of the time when I ask it. But if you had to guess, of all the people you know, who comes to mind first? Stop. When I say guess, see, people don't want to think for a living. They don't. Take a look once here. If I show you something here, again, going back to the psychological aspects of communication, you know, here you got a person, and bear with my drawings, okay? But here's an individual, and people don't want to think for a living. They're kind of listening, just like you're listening right now. Until I say to you, you know, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? You're not thinking, you're listening. I'm entertaining you, if you will. But if I said, you know, what was the first car you ever drove? What's happening? Boy, yeah, jump in your head and think. Pull out your memory and find it. If I can get you inside your head thinking, I can get information out of you. In other words, if I said to you, you know, who do you know, a friend, relative, or neighbor that might be in the market one of these days for an automobile? Oh, I can't think of anybody. No problem. Let them off the hook. And that's not why I called anyway. If you had to guess, though, of all the people you know, who comes to mind first? And he'll think, probably my Uncle Joe. Oh, really? Why do you say your Uncle Joe? Well, you know, he saw my vehicle last night when I came home, and he was like, wow, he was really impressed with it. Man, he started thinking about, he's got an oil problem, he's got some transmission problem in his vehicle right now, and he said, wow, I wouldn't mind having a vehicle like this myself. Really? Do you think he might go, what, new or used? Does it sound familiar again? Oh, he'd probably go new. Would you feel comfortable recommending me to him, even if it means just educating him in the process? Again, yeah, why not? You're great. You're the greatest, Ken. You know, do you think he's days, weeks, months, or maybe even a year away? He's probably a few weeks away. What's the best way to contact him during the day? And if I miss him there, what's the next best number? Same thing. It's redundant, guys. Key words, and these things in different call guides all kind of blend together. Now, this call takes about, really, 5-7 minutes. But the point I'm making, though, what did you do? You got 2 referrals. You got 2 referrals on someone who did what? Bought from somebody else. Your other option could have been this. Oh, you bought from where? Listen to this. Bam! And send the phone down. Now, I've been in a lot of stores where I saw that. And I go up to the guy and go, what just happened? He goes, the guy bought from the competition. So I send the phone down to the guy. I'm not going to put up with that. I'm like, hey, time out. What are you thinking? At the end of your nose? Think long term. Let's get this guy coming back to us. Let us be the professional in the community. This is making sense. Guys, there's a ton of information out there for us to utilize. The reasons we don't use it, we don't know it. Heck, man, I've spent the past 15 years studying the best of the best. And I'll tell you what, 2% do the following call guide. And that's why they're the best of the best. All right? Listen, use this call. It works fantastically. Little by little, you know, guess what? This bag of yours is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until eventually you'll be master of it all. Make sense? Remember, don't be a fly. Don't do the same thing you've always done because the result will never change. If you want to be the best you can be for your why, your passion to do the things you want to do, focus on change. Make it happen. And until next time, have a super day. Take care.